Alright, what's going on everybody? A little update plus I just want to kind of show you how simple trading can be. I know this might look a little complicated to people that are newer, but I just want you to I know a lot of things that I say may sound a little complicated, but I want you to understand that trading can be really simple with just proper risk management, a system that can be repeated, over and over and over again, and just rules that you're following, and most importantly, like I said, making sure you're following risk management. Because if you're marking up your levels correctly like this, you can simply just trade support and resistance. You can trade break and retest. You can like obviously this was used as a support. It's breaking below it, and now it might use it as a resistance to fall down. Now this is a dollar, so USD CAD. I'm assuming if this is gonna go up and use this as support and fall down, that means that US dollar is going to be getting weaker because this is DXY, right? So that means CAD would be getting stronger, which means this would be going down. So the trade that I'm looking for in here, right? All that I see in here is we're creating this zone, right? We're not really doing nothing to we're not doing too much. We just have this zone, right? Now once we break out of this zone, I just found an order block right here, right? If we go down to the 5 minute, you can see the order block right here. It's just the move up before the continued move down, right? Now, the only reason I'm using this as an area of interest is because this top part of the zone is going to be used as a seller area for retail traders. That's where people are going to be getting in a lot of trades, right? A lot of people are going to be getting in sells right here, and it doesn't even have to be that complicated, right? Obviously, right here, it's using this as support. Now, in my opinion, we missed this trade. You could have taken this, right? You could have found an entry trigger somewhere down here. In my opinion, probably would have been hard. Yeah, it just rocketed up. It would have been hard to catch an entry on here, I think. Unless you were just gambling and you set an entry, you're like, it's on the support, it's using support. I mean, it's not really gambling though. That's what I'm saying. If you have this right here, right? If you're taking this trade, let's say you're on the 15 minute, you see it's using support, you take this buy, right? And you just have a decent stop below the level, you could have taken this trade right here. And if this is to get up to this level and just move up to the next zone that we have marked up, that's a 1 to 5 almost. You know what I'm saying? And a 1 to 5, if you win this trade right here, you can win you can lose 4 more trades. And if you're risking properly, you'll still be up 1%, right? So it's important that you're following risk management and you just have a system that's easy to follow, okay? It's really easy once you just have a system that you're following, and you understand risk management, right? You understand that a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 are good trades, and you understand that taking profit is always going to be good, okay? Um, just just really go back, watch these support and resistance video, and I'm gonna go through and start to make more of like a suitable course, I guess you could say, and like this right here. Okay, I'm just gonna go through and kind of explain how simply I'm looking at things, right? DXY, I'm pretty sure on the 1 hour, the way I'm looking at it, I mean 4 hour, and then you go down to the 1 hour. I think that this is just gonna use this as a resistance, tap up into here and go down, right? So if this gets weak, then that means this is going to come back up into this level, or even it could not even break out of this zone and go back down, right? AUD USD, if the dollar is going to be getting weaker because it's having this dip, right? And that means AUD is going to go up. So I'm looking for a buy off of this level, right? If we can get this to come back down into this support level and catch some, nice, um, what was it? Bullish significance, bullish signs, then we'll look to take this up just up to this next level, because if you have a stop, even, yeah, let's say you get in just in the middle of this zone, you can have your stop right here, um, let's say 10 pips, right? You can take it up to the next zone. That's a 1 to 6. These are crazy trades. Just trading support and resistance, right? It doesn't have to be too hard. As long as you have your risk management in check and you making sure you're marking up your zones correctly, you can simply just trade zone to zone, right? So GBP USD, obviously if the dollar is going to be getting weaker, then this is going to be making its way up, right? But the way I'm looking at this right now, it's not really lining up with the dollar too much, because if this heads down, then I'm expecting GBP USD to go up, right? But um, the way I'm looking at GBP USD, it's kind of using this. So if we can get a tap into this level, and then, I mean, we didn't really break this low. So I mean, I guess if we break these, okay, if we break this little area of support right here, if we break that area, then I'll be looking for another tap into this zone to take it down to either this zone or just this this line that I have right here, because we can see it kind of respected the 36,800. Even over here we respected 36,800 pretty nice. But so yeah, if we can break this structure right here and break past these lows, I'll be looking for another tap into here and looking to take it somewhere like this, right? If we ever stop above this zone or even at this zone, we can look to take it down here, which is a 1 to 5, or down here, which is a 1 to 10, right? Like I said, it doesn't have to be too hard. You just have to have your risk management in check, okay? GBP JPY, I'm currently in this trade. It's actually not looking too bad. So the way I was looking at it, right, we have this big downtrend happening. I was waiting for this fake out above this level. I called this trade out before it happened. I called this trade out. It was looking something like this. It was looking something like that. I called the trade out to the group, and then we did this right here. Literally came into our entry to the T, literally touched this green zone perfectly, came back down, immediately went into profit, just like that. And then I called out another trade, right, because this closed below here, right? So for the people that missed this entry up here, I called out another trade, and I made sure I specified that you wanted to be using light risk, because it was the trade after the trade, which you don't necessarily want to be doing a lot of the times. I just wanted to see if I could get some people some money, right? So right here, bang, I called out a trade when it was respecting this down here. I had to stop at the top of this level, which I honestly should have gave it a little more breathing room, because if you go to the 3 and 5 minute, you can see there's a lot of like order blocks within this level, which is exactly what it retested. Came and retested all these order blocks right here, right? All this mess came and messed with it again, and then started to drop down again, right? And that's where we're currently at. So I think this is still looking good, just because we closed below this zone right here. The 1 hour closed below this zone. So if we can keep respecting this zone, honestly, I think we can see this fall back down. Now if we keep respecting this zone and we see some bearish movement, downward movement, you could honestly take this trade still. You could take this trade from even the bottom of this level, stop just above it, target this next zone. That's still a 1 to 4, 4.5, okay? 1 to 4, even a 1 to 4, 1 to 5, okay? That's still an amazing trade. If you're catching those trades consistently and you're risking properly, you're gonna be winning. And if you're doing challenges, man, these challenges should be easy. You should be smacking them, okay? And gold, I know I didn't even say anything about this earlier. You can see we have these zones marked up. We're kind of coming back into this. We made lower lows, right? So the thing about gold is it likes to fake out a lot. It likes to wick out above and below zones before it makes moves. Like you can see, like right here, it looks like it's going up. Boop, nope, it then goes up. Like gold just likes to play around. Okay, so even right here, right? It's like it before it makes its actual moves, it likes to play a little bit. So with it coming back up into this zone, I do think that this was a pretty respected area for gold. You can see this is a 4-hour chart, right? So this is a pretty respected area, and if we get some kind of it looks like it's coming back up and gonna use this as support again. So if we can get some kind of price pattern off of here, I'm not gonna be in no hurry to trade gold, because gold is a little different. Like I said, I'll call it a gold trade like once, twice, maybe a week, right? So if we can get some kind of bounces off of here, like maybe one or two, and then a W like bullish engulfing or something like that, then maybe I'll take a trade, but we'll have to see. Okay, but the point of this video is just to explain how simple it can be. I know it may sound confusing and it may look confusing, but that's just because I have a lot of things marked up. I've learned a lot of stuff, right? But you don't even have to know all that. Okay, you just need to know that your support and resistance levels need to be marked up correctly. They need to be rounded correctly, and if you have them marked up and rounded correctly, even if you go to your 1 hour, like, you can have your zones looking a little different than this on your 1 hour if you're the type of person that likes to trade on the 1 hour and then scale down to the 30-minute and then the 15. Like, maybe you can start marking up your zones on the 1 hour time frame and then move down lower, and your zones are going to look a little different than mine, and that's okay. But you'll be able to catch different type of scalping trades when it comes to just trading zone to zone, and as long as your risk management is in check, you'll be perfectly fine. All right, but yeah, I hope that helped. This video is not going to go on YouTube. I'm just going to drop this in the Telegram channel. But like I said, look for this trade on GJ. You can honestly there's still a possibility to get in this. I'm just not weary in calling out a trade because it's the top of this trend line, right? We also have this triple bottom, so this could always move back up. But I just want to see how we're respecting this trend line. We had a nice fake out and pulled back below this level, but now we're up above the trend line again. So if we get if this comes back down and touches the top of this trend line and wants to bounce up here and then uses this as support, then I'll be looking to take a buy from here to somewhere. That zone looks a little far, so I might be taking it up to somewhere around here. It looks like there might be a zone somewhere in here, somewhere like that, but yeah, we'll see, right? The point of this, don't make it too complicated. Have your zones up. Support and resistance, really just watch for your rejections, make sure that your risk management is in check, and make sure that your system can be repeated over and over and over again. Stop trying to strategy hop and trade do a million different things, watching a million different videos and trying a million different strategies. Like, trading is not going to get simpler the more you learn, okay? And that doesn't mean don't go learn a million different things, like don't go learn more. It's always better to learn more, but information overload is definitely a thing, especially when it comes to trading. You're just going to be feeding your brain a whole bunch of information, and you're not really getting anywhere with it because you're just bouncing back and forth. You're not pointing out any specific problems that you are having and trying to fix them. You're just like, oh, this strategy that I learned doesn't work, right? And now I'm gonna try this next thing, and you're not gonna figure anything out like that, okay? But yeah, I hope this helped. Yeah, kudos. I'll talk to you guys later.